Hello, everyone. My name is Elise Bernstein. I'm one of the program coordinators for the Minnesota Bumblebee Atlas. I work at the University of Minnesota Bee Lab for their Bee Squad team, which is the education and outreach arm of the Bee Lab. So I do lots of education and outreach work around the Twin Cities, working with local beekeepers, giving talks and presentations, and doing lots of tabling to talk to people about how to support pollinators. And then I also help out with some bumblebee research with various projects that are going on in the Bee Lab. So today I'm just going to give a little tutorial about how to use Bumblebee Watch with the Enthusiast status. So the Enthusiast status is given to folks who have a little bit more experience with doing Bumblebee surveys and doing Bumblebee ID. So all of us that work at the lab that have lots of experience doing this have that status. Same with our partners over at the Xerces Society who also work on the Bumblebee Atlas in different parts of the country. And many of you as well have sort of earned that enthusiast status after getting lots of experience doing Bumblebee surveys. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. All right, so first things first, we want to go to Bumblebee Watch and go ahead and log in. The first part of this will be pretty much exactly the same to what you're used to doing. So you go into record a sighting, record a Bumblebee sighting, then you'll select the Minnesota, where is it, Bumblebee Atlas, and then fill out all of your data for location, and then all of the habitat assessment form information that you fill out when you're doing your survey. So I've already done this just as a practice example. But so once you've got that checklist started with your habitat information entered is when we can go ahead and start adding in, adding in our bees. So the thing that we are looking at here is with the enthusiast status, you have the ability to add in a count. So this is the number of the same species of bumblebee, same species and same gender that you observed on one particular type of flower. So for example, we're going to go in here, pull up just some example photos we can use. So here are a couple photos of a Griseocolus female. So we'll get those photos in. Select the species. This is a female. And we can say, for example, we saw her on Bee Balm. And in this particular survey, for example, we can say we saw 6 of this particular type of bee on that plant. So what we're looking for here with the count feature is that we can upload just one series of photos for each unique species, sex, and flower combination, as opposed to entering in 6 individual observations that are using the same series of photos. Each observation that's uploaded to Bumblebee Watch as part of the Atlas is sort of like a virtual specimen. So it's important not to repeat photos as that sort of skews our data and changes that sort of repository of photos that we have on the internet. So if we saw if we saw 6 Griseocolus females on Bee Balm, we would enter in 6 into the count. If we saw other Griseocolus females on a different plant, we would select those other photos because this is a different species, sex, and flower combination, and enter that in then to Bumblebee Watch. So we could say, for example, we saw this Griseocolus female on Black-Eyed Susan, and we saw only 4 of them. Oops. So we're trying to keep, again, that species, sex, and flower combination unique, and we're entering that count of 4 as opposed to adding in 4 individual observations using 4 of the same photo. We're just trying to use that photo series one time because we have that count feature. So that's Essentially, the only difference with the enthusiast status as opposed to just regular entry-level Bumblebee Watch, when you click save, then the bees get uploaded as part of your checklist. But that's just important to keep in mind that we want to, from moving forward, make sure that we're not repeating photos for different observations. You can feel free to reach out to myself or Elaine or send an email to our Minnesota Bumblebee Atlas email address if you have any questions or if this is at all confusing, and we are happy to meet with you or communicate over email to make things a little bit clearer. So thank you all. I hope that you continue to survey for bumblebees in the future.